Following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Main Street on this Friday, December 17th, 2021, 8 days away from Christmas shopping, which means 6 days away. Is that right? 8 days? Yeah. 6 days away from I start my shopping at the Walgreens in Donaldson, which is always good because they've got gift cards, which really is what the Christmas season's all about. So welcome in this morning. We got a fun show for you today. Coming up at 7:30, a little Christmas music from our good friend Barry Coggins. We had Barry on the show a few weeks ago, and I went back and watched on the smart TV on our YouTube channel, and it just sounded so good. So Barry's going to join us again and get us in the Christmas spirit as we get ready for Christmas, which is right around the corner. 7:40 this morning, Jamey Tucker is going to join us. Now, I worked with Jamey in TV for many years. He's got a franchise segment in local news around the country called What the Tech. And it's the latest in technology. He really gives great insights to things that are hot things that are happening in technology, apps for your phone and everything. It truly is one of the best franchises around in local news. So Jamey will join us. He lives here in Middle Tennessee. We're excited to have Jamey on the show this morning as we get things going. Before I bring in the intern, it is a big day for all of us MTSU football fans because the Blue Raiders are in the Bahamas Bowl. Boom! There we go. And they play today. It starts at 11 o'clock on ESPN. Bahama Bowls watch party are all over the area today. You can stop by and watch the game at different places that are set up. In Murfreesboro, it's happening, of course, and Party Fowl's happening. And so the Bahamas Bowl. So what's really cool about this, MTSU plays Toledo today at 11 o'clock. This starts off the bowl season. So, it starts off now. It ends with the national championship. So MTSU is in the bowl game, taking on Toledo. We had Coach Stockstill on the show last week. MTSU was down 17-3 in their last game. They rallied and won that game, became bowl eligible, and now they're the Bahamas Bowl, and they take on Toledo today. So watch parties that are going on, 11 o'clock. Go to goblueraiders.com for all the information you can see there as we cheer on the Blue Raiders. And Coach Stockstill, who's just always so gracious with us and shows up like he's got you a little excuse slip here from the coach that you can miss work today or miss school, whatever you want to do. He'll sign it and says, like the intern is an integral part of the Blue Raider family. It's absolutely necessary that they are planted in front of ESPN at one of our mini watch parties. Thank you for understanding. While you're at it, give yourself the day off to enjoy the game. You definitely deserve it. Let's go Blues. 11 o'clock today, MTSU on the big stage, taking on Tulane in the Bahamas Bowl. So let's bring in the intern this morning. Intern, 11 o'clock. Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to the watch party.
Which one?
The MTSU Blue Raiders.
We're going to party foul. Since it's Christmas, this could be your Christmas present to me.
Oh, wow. I was going to say, I thought it was from you to me.
No. Can you think Pop Intern could drop you off at party foul?
I'll ask him, I gotta make sure I'm in by bedtime.
Okay. Well, to make sure you're not too loud, because I've kind of figured out that you're in the basement again.
Oh, yep, exactly. I am still at Urban Meyer's going away party. It's a little gloom.
He's got a lot of friends I could see there too.
Yeah.
It's good.
They're all here. The gang's all here.
The Urban's got a lot of, he walked away, intern, with $10 million for that awful job he did.
That's insane.
$10 million.
So, there's no way he feels bad about it,
Of course not. $10 million. All
All
right, latest headlines from the edition of Main Street Nashville came out today. Another cool photo on the front page. Professional biker, this is Larry McCormick. Professional mountain bike rider Jeff Lanowski jumps over the principal and several teachers during a demonstration to 60 first graders at Fall Hamilton Elementary School on Wednesday. Intern, would you do this?
Lay down and let somebody jump over me, or do the jumping?
You let people run over you all the time, but would you let somebody with a bike jump on you like this?
Absolutely not. No chance. No.
This guy's professional. What a shot by Larry. That's really, really good.
Yeah, that is.
Maybe Larry's up in the air on a bike. Doing that.
Like mirroring him?
Yeah. One of the favorite things I love about this paper, the Main Street Nashville, the e-edition, is Larry's pictures, Larry McCormick's pictures on the cover. That's really cool. And I think this one right here, looks scared to death right there. I would be too.
Yeah, she got looped into it by accident.
Yeah, but I would lay on my stomach because you're not landing on the front of me. I'm not doing that as well. This poll in the paper today from Vivian Jones, Vanderbilt poll, Tennesseans less concerned about COVID-19. And to keep it read down, and this 25 respondents concerned about becoming infected, down from 34% in May. Story next to it, Nashville reports its first case of the Omicron or variant. There was way how to pronounce it. I don't know. It's just part of the COVID-19. And so Nashville reports its first case of that right there. So we'll go over some more. And I like Ashley Perham with a great story in the paper today. Here's how you can be Santa Claus this year. A way you can do Operation Santa. Kids across the country have written letters to all kind of things. And letters are posted online at USPSOperationSanta.com. And then you can do that and go there for information on how you could be a Santa Claus this year. Handwritten letters. May they never intern. May they never go away. Do you write letters, intern?
All the time when I can,
What's the last letter you wrote? To the electric company not to cut off your electricity?
Yes, it was a plea.
Handwritten letter that said, please, PLZ, don't cut off my electricity.
Sent from my iPhone.
That's because you're from your iPhone. Okay, I'm glad you're still writing letters. Also, I love this cool in the paper, TDOT. They put road projects that are happening and impacting people in Middle Tennessee, Davidson County, through 5 a.m. for the next 2 days, grading at the I-40, US 70, Charlotte Pike, westbound exit ramp. Good. They're paving, getting stuff up there. Well done. I told you that TDOT is one of the most underrated organizations in our state, and they do such a fantastic job with that. All right, let's go down to more interns. We do what I like every day. I'm a history nut, and I love this. In the paper, 65 years ago today, front page of the Nashville Banner, you can read all about things that are happening. Unfortunate, the top story is a woman dies on her birthday in a car wreck, the corner of, it looks like a Tennessee Central Railway diesel hit there, the corner of Granny White Pike near Battlefield Drive. My mother grew up right in that area too. So seeing that is really surreal for me as well, because that's my family grew up in that area. Also, you might not know this, but look at this. Today, 1903. If I show you that picture, do you know what that picture is?
That is an airplane.
But you know what it's about, the significance of it.
The Wright brothers, something to do.
My man,
yeah,
you are correct. Orville Wright lying at the controls, not like you lying about what are you doing this weekend. He's actually laying down. Pilots the Wright flight on the first powered flight by heavier than aircraft, December 17th, 1903. If you go to the Smithsonian Museum in D.C., that plane is sitting there, and it kind of takes your breath away when you're looking at it and see everything that's going on. So this day, 1903, the first flight that went on, which happened. Intern, we were talking about this before the show. For those that don't know, and for many years, let me scroll this side here. We're getting over there. Go, Juju. Beeman Midtown sells to local developer and partner. This is a site right there. If you get off, you can go to the right this way. That takes you downtown. This, if you get off the left, you go down Broadway towards the Division and West End, the Beeman site right there. I mean, it is probably the most prime property in Nashville, and it sold recently. And I'm hearing just untold millions for that property. So who knows what's going to happen? It might be a mixed-use property there, but that's a prime spot. And, of course, across the street is where Jim Reed Chevrolet was for many, many years. So those things there, and it sold. It just amazing. Nashville's changing every day. So the Beeman developer, that's gone. See ya and take well done. Let's go also in last night in turn. The Nashville Predators were on the ice. And all this COVID protocol that was going on from them last night, the Predators did not have any of their coaching staff. All their coaching staff is in COVID protocols. We had Chase McCabe on yesterday. They had to call up the coaches from Milwaukee to coach. I've never seen this before. You had to call up coaches from the minor league team to coach the major league team or the Nashville Predator team last night, and they win 5-2. They've won 6 straight games. Forsberg had a goal last night and scored for the boys and got it done. And then Roman Josi with the goal. So good job there for the guys as they won and moving on. 6 straight. That's really cool for the Nashville Predators. And right now, last night's win was over Colorado. Colorado, if you see in the standings, is right behind Nashville. So Nashville leapfrog Colorado to do that. Colorado battling their own COVID protocols as well. So well done there, Nashville Predators. Go all the way, boys. Let's go to intern. I got to show you one more thing here that came out. I saw it last night on the news, and I wanted to tell us about it today. And here it is. Bruce Springsteen. This is making a lot of people not happy. One person that's making happy is Bruce Springsteen. He sold his entire music catalog to Sony for $500 million. And good for him. I mean, that way music will be shared forever and people can listen to it. And he sold it and he earned it and he did it and he got it all together. And so Bob Dylan sold his catalog $375 million last year. So Bruce Springsteen, $500 million selling his catalog. Good for you, Bruce Springsteen. Okay, intern, you know what time it is, right?
Oh, yeah. Comic strip tease.
Comic strip tease. And today we've got Blondie, the old Blondie cartoon, which has been around forever. Intern, I want to see you and Papa Intern wear your hair like this one day.
Oh, that's the goal, ultimately.
Okay, playing the role of the snarky teenager is our own snarky teenager, the intern, playing the role of the very professional, debonair, outstanding, good father is me. That's the role I know very well. All right, so intern, let's do this and scene.
Dad, I know you already gave me my allowance this week, but an emergency just came up.
An emergency? What is it?
I ordered a pepperoni supreme pizza, and it'll be here in like 2 minutes.
Will a 20 cover it?
Possibly.
Yeah, well done, man.
Yes.
Well done. It's 7:12. That means our
no.
boss, I told him the show don't start till 7:10, so you're probably tuned in for that. So let's get off of that real quick there. Okay, all right. And so let me stop sharing that screen there. There we go. Thanks, buddy. All right, go back to your dungeon over there. See you in a minute. Again, thanks. That's your headlines today. We're off and rolling on a beautiful Friday, December 17th, 2021. Coming up next, if you missed our interview with Titans center Ben Jones the other day about his charity and the work they're doing in Middle Tennessee, we're going to play that for you next, because what he's doing off the field and helping out communities around Middle Tennessee, you need to know about it, because it's a great thing and it's really having a positive impact on a lot of people. And that's why we love this show, because we try to spread positivity as much as we can every single day. So Titan center Ben Jones will join us next from the interview that we did on Tuesday. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
And they've got an e-reader, which is just, for people like me, I have grown up with a newspaper holding it in my hand. I really like that experience. But the e-reader or the press reader that Main Street has, you get to see a front page. You get to see the business stocks. You get to see all of that. But if you see a photo and it's got a little icon on the bottom, when you see that icon, that means there's a gallery there.
I love writing and journalism just on its own, and I think I learned that during the pandemic because I was covering all kinds of non-sports related things and still having fun with it, still finding out a lot of great stories. But when you can combine something I'm already interested in, have a lot of knowledge about in sports, I feel like I'm really able to combine two of my passions at the same time, and that's really rewarding for me.
All right, welcome back to the show this morning, Mornings on Main Street. A reminder, MTSU plays at 11 o'clock today. We'll keep promoting them. I'm a proud alumni of the school, of their broadcasting department, and here I am. See how great it is? All right, so they play at 11 o'clock today on ESPN, so we'll keep promoting their performance. You have watch parties all around Middle Tennessee. Go to goblueraiders.com for information on the watch parties that are happening. I know Party Foul is happening in some other places in Murfreesboro, but should be all listed there for you right there. All right, so Tuesday we had the pleasure of welcoming Titan Center Ben Jones to the show. Now, Ben has his foundation where they're helping out so many charities and nonprofits and kids that just want to get on that football field, athletic fields, but they maybe not have cleats or a glove or whatever. And Ben is seeing that all these kids are going to get this, and his charity's foundation. So it was really cool to have Ben on the show to talk about the foundation and the charity and the amazing and positive work he's doing in the community. Here's our interview from the other day with Ben Jones. All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. You know, one of the reasons that we created this show was to give voices to a lot of people in Middle Tennessee that are doing some amazing work. This next segment is that example. Let's bring in the center for your Tennessee Titans, Ben Jones, joining us. Ben, good morning to you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Good morning. Happy to be on here.
Good. For those that don't know, Tuesday is normally a day off for you guys, correct?
Correct.
Get to catch up, rest, a few things like that?
Absolutely.
Good. All right, let's talk about the Jones Mission, the website, thejonesmission.org. We're going to share the screen in a moment. And I got to tell you, Ben, I told you through a message the other night, the great work that I found out about that you're doing for kids in Middle Tennessee. Tell me what the mission is for you and your wife.
Yeah, we want to give kids here in Nashville and Middle Tennessee a chance. If it's after-school programs, if it's kids with cancer, if it's providing camps for them, anything we can do to just help them take the next step, because a lot of kids just need an opportunity to succeed in life.
And so far, so good. And we have the website up right now, things you're doing, and you can find out. Just go to thejonesmission.org, and people can see that right there. And Ben, this is something that you don't take lightly. I mean, you pour, and your wife, you pour your heart and soul into this. Why is this so important?
Yeah, growing up, I lost my dad when I was 10, and so my mom started a foundation to pay for kids with money from the funeral. Instead of giving flowers, people donated to our foundation there. And she paid for kids to play football, baseball, basketball growing up. And those kids would usually be on our team growing up, and we would pick them up from school and carry them to their sporting event. So it's near and dear to our hearts. And I saw firsthand how a bad thing turned good in our family. So I wanted to keep it going once I made it to the NFL.
And right now, we'll put up on the screen the number 60 charity challenge you've got going on. It says help us give more than $10,000 to deserving nonprofit each month during the NFL season. That sounds like a tall task, Ben, but so far it's been going great, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've picked multiple organizations through the year. My whole goal for doing this was to bring light on not just one nonprofit. We've done Kids with Cancer with Rally. We've done Preston Taylor Ministry. We've done indoor athletics, ones we've done in the past. We've done backfield in motion. We've done Ronald McDonald House. So we're just trying to bring light to as many nonprofits here in Nashville. And during this holiday season, we're trying to give kids the best Christmas possible. If it's a shopping spree, if it's clothes, if it's food, if it's meals, we're trying to do as much as possible during this holiday season.
I know there's a lot out there to do, and people, again, go to the website, thejonesmission.org, to see that. And there's a lot of deserving people out there. But at the same time, Ben, I think that you're having fun when you get to see the faces and hear the stories that you and your wife had helped so many people out. I think that's got to be so rewarding.
Yeah, you never want to see a kid struggling, and just seeing the smile on the face, if it's coming from an after-school program, them coming to a football game, to having a Thanksgiving or a Christmas meal with their family, or opening up boxes around Christmas that they're wrapping to give their parents, just to see the joy in their eyes. It makes it all worth it.
I told you about down in Murfreesboro where you helped an organization. I mean, and unfortunately, there's kids that are homeless, and sometimes we don't want to think about that because it makes us all feel uncomfortable. But there were kids that are homeless and wanted to play sports, and your mission and foundation allowed them to have uniforms and allowed them to have shoes and to participate. And Ben, I just got to think that one day these kids are going to pay this back. And I'm not sure that was your goal. If these kids pay it forward one day and pay it back, but at the same time, to allow them to compete and get on the field. And when you hear these stories, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, we're just trying to give every kid the same opportunity I had growing up. And a lot of these kids are amazing kids who just need a little extra help. And that's what our mission's for. We want to give everybody the same opportunity to succeed in life. If it's a little extra in school, if it's extra in sports, if it's just a meal or clothes, we just want to see kids succeed and have a fair chance in life.
You know, Ben, I talked to you about this. I've seen this, throughout years. There's some athletes will write a check and not really, pay much attention. But, man, I mean, I just see you everywhere with these kids, and you bring them to the football games, and you bring the kids from your high school up to be part of this. Why is this important for these kids to be part of this journey with you?
Yeah, I want to see, like this week, my high school football came. They've been doing that for the last 6 years. And I know a lot of those kids never leave our small town. Even to go to Birmingham or Tuscaloosa, but to come to a pro football game, it can impact their lives and see, hey, a kid from my hometown did it, and I want to make sure I can give back to them, because I know I didn't go to my first pro football game until I was in college, and my wife took me for a Christmas gift one year. So just seeing those kids' joy and have an impact on them and just being a mentor to those kids, it goes a long way. I get more excited, I think, than some of the kids just to see how excited they are, and I want to give back. I want to bring excitement to our hometown and kids in the community.
All right, so the challenge you got going on now, so people go to the website and donate, and any little bit helps. We've seen that, and it makes a difference in all the charities you give back to. And I just got to think, when you talk to them, and sometimes they don't know that they've been selected and they've been chosen, and you go and you talk to them. I just got to think they light up like a Christmas tree, knowing that people care about these kids.
Absolutely. Being able to make that phone call and present them that check, to know how much it affects their organization, because they're doing everything they possibly can. They're trying to raise money. They're trying to be a light in these kids' world. If it's picking them up from school, if it's giving them a warm meal every day after school, if it's carrying them to sports, is it having them a safe place to do homework and to study and be a light for them, and being able to be the money side for them and just bring on those Christmas funds so they can have the best Christmas possible. That's what we're trying to do right now. We want every kid here in Middle Tennessee to have a special Christmas, and so they can be just like everybody else. And most of these kids, if it's just a pair of shoes, if it's something, the first thing they're asking is they want to get something for their brother and sister or their mom. They never want something for themselves.
Yeah, that breaks my heart every time you hear that and what's going on. And of course, all the stories from people that you've helped, and you and your wife help with the mission you've got going on right now, which is simply fantastic. All right, so the 60 Charity Challenge, you're going to try to get some money out before Christmas to these nonprofits. Is that kind of the goal right now?
Right. We've paired with 3 or 4 nonprofits here in Nashville for Christmas. Some of them are doing shopping sprees. Some of them are doing gift wrapping. Some of them are doing meals. So the quickest we can get the quicker we can disperse this money, so they're able to do everything they would like before Christmas.
Do you remember who played in your first pro football game you watched?
I went to the Falcons and Saints.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
That's a pretty good game at the old Georgia Dome there. That's well done. And so you probably like, wow, this is amazing. I can only imagine for kids who come up from Alabama, where you're from, or kids here even in Nashville who've never gone to a game, because seeing that and seeing you and all your teammates, man, that is such a delight and such a treat for those kids, isn't it?
Absolutely. I know for me, it was just a surreal moment just to say, hey, I could be there in a couple years. And now this is my 10th year playing in the NFL. And I just want to be able to give back. I've been blessed so much, me and our family. So now it's our turn to return the favor and try to help as many kids and families as possible.
God bless you and your wife, Ben. I think that's great. Before I let you go, your cartwheel on Sunday's game has gone viral. Did you think that was spontaneous what you did, or tell me how you did that?
So my daughter's she's not the biggest Ben Jones fan. She loves Derrick Henry. Derrick's her favorite football player. Derrick buys her purses and gifts. So Derrick is very high on her list. So I'm trying to be her favorite football player, and she loves gymnastics. So I did a cartwheel for my daughter.
You did an excellent cartwheel.
Hey, I have a many talents hidden up my sleeves that people don't know about.
Oh, that's great. Ben, I know you're busy. It's your day off. Thank you and your wife, for what you're doing. As I told you, I've heard from people in the community just the impact you guys are having. God bless you guys, and we'll keep promoting and getting the good word out, and we got to help these kids, because if we lose sight of these kids, we lose sight of society. So thank you for what you're doing, Ben.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good day. Ben Jones, Center for the Tennessee Titans. Again, the website, thejonesmission.org. And I have a friend of mine that's a teacher in Murfreesboro who told me about Ben and what they're doing. And she has some of these students in her class, and they were raving because they got new shoes and new uniforms. They got to play and things that we take for granted. So God bless you, Ben, and your wife, for what you're doing. That's simply great for our community.
Hey everybody, it's Hunter Briley with Regal Realty Group, proud sponsor of Pet of the Week of Big Joe Dooman and Main Street Media. We've got a super exciting event that we're about to release on you. It's called the 2021 Santa Paws Adopt-a-thon, and it's right here at Tremont Mansion here in Hermitage, Tennessee. We would love to invite you and any of your friends to come on out that day on December 18th from 12 noon to 4 p.m. We're going to have a lot of food, snacks, some drinks, and a lot of great times, but most important, we're going to have puppy dogs from at least 8 local shelters from around Middle Tennessee. They're going to bring some dogs. We're going to try to find them permanent homes, ladies and gentlemen. What better way to start off your Christmas holidays than to take home a lovely new pet for your family? Come on out. Again, that's December 18th. It's a Saturday, 12 noon to 4 p.m. right here at Tremont Mansion. We would love to have you. It's free. Come on out. We'll feed you. We'll give you a couple drinks, and you get to play with some puppies. Thanks so much, everybody.
I am Dr. Birding, the founder, CEO, and president at Home Care Preference. I am a successful African-American female entrepreneur in business with Wilson Bank and Trust. With the partnership that I have, the level of my dreams is the limit of that company's success. When there's strong partnership, everything is possible.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Again, thank you, Ben Jones, for the day, for joining us. Hey, real quick, wanted to show you this, what we do each week, and I've done a terrible job of promoting it, but not anymore. There you go. Thank you. We have a podcast. It's the official 615 podcast. Go to mainstreetmediatn.com and download it. I do it with my good friend, Greg Pogue. Again, mainstreetmediatn.com. Greg Pogue and I, we've done about 7 of these. So our guest this last week was Channel 2, News 2's weather guru, Davis Nolan, joined us, and we talked about his whole career, 40 years in Nashville, what he's done, how he got here, what's going on, and really fascinating going behind the scenes of tracking those deadly tornadoes last Friday and Saturday and all that goes on, and, you know, what's it like to do all that. to stay on the air for 12, 15 hours and just try to keep people as safe as you can. So Davis was really good. We taped it down at the Omni Nashville Hotel. So thank you, Todd Rodermill, for letting us use one of the rooms down there at Kitchen Notes to do that. So again, give it a listen. You'll like it. We've done, I think, 7 of these. We've had Rudy Kalis on, Vicky Yates, Butch Spiriton for the National Convention and Visitors Bureau. Just a lot of good stuff that we take you behind the scenes and kind of let you know things that are going on in the city. Maybe you did not know they were happening, and the people and their stories and their journeys. And it's really cool to do that. All right, we'll take another quick break. On the other side, Barry Coggins and Duology is the name of the group. We're going to get us in the Christmas spirit. We need a little relaxing Christmas music after what's happened this past week. So Barry will join us next right here on Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hey, Toby. Toby knows comfort, whether day or night. Through the highs and the lows, Toby knows. You've put it off long enough. That old system is just out with the old, in with the new. We'll make it worthwhile all the way through. Derryberry is your local independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Visit derryberryac.com today and schedule a visit. Derryberry Heat and Air, making customers for life.
Friday, December 17th, 2021. Let's waste no time and bring in our good friend Barry Coggins. And Duology this morning is going to sing us or play us some songs. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, Joe.
How you guys doing?
Well, fine. We're good. We got our little Christmas mugs here from Williams-Sonoma. Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, well, hey, I got
his house, which was actually Hoyt Hawkins's house of the Jordanaires.
Yeah, Hoyt Hawkins bought this house when it was first built, and he was with the Jordanaires. They sang with Elvis and everything.
My goodness.
We're down here in the basement.
Yeah.
It looks good. All right, what do you got for us today? First of all, promote your Christmas album again. The name of it?
There's 2 of them. There's one called A Christmas Duology, and the second one is called There Is a Night That Lives Forever. And they're available at duology.us. We'd love for people to download or hard copy.
I mean, you guys are fantastic. Just so talented to do this. All right. So what are you going to play for us today?
We got a song called In the Bleak Midwinter, and I was just reading about it. It was voted the best Christmas carol in 2008 by the world's leading choir masters. And it was originally a poem by Christina Rossetti in the late 1800s. And then Gustav Holst put it to music. And so we do our version of it, Duology's version.
Quite lovely and haunting melody.
And also Sarah McLachlan did a version of it where she changed the melody. So what you're gonna hear is the traditional melody by Holtz, the Sarah McLachlan melody, and then Duology's sort of jam, if you will.
You're not gonna show any abandoned puppies, are you? Like Sarah McLachlan does?
No. We're not gonna make anybody cry. At least
no.
We just want to make them feel good about In the Bleak Midwinter.
Hey, I was telling our intern earlier, or your last segment before you guys play, I went back and watched it on our YouTube channel on a big smart TV. And I got to tell you, you sounded fantastic, Barry and Joseph. You guys sounded so good on that. That's why I wanted to have you guys back today.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do. We shared the link with everybody too, and a lot of people saw it. So
beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. All right, take it away.
All right, in the bleak midwinter. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness. That's so well done. I mean, how it's I started practicing guitar a year and a half ago, and I'm thinking there's no way I could play for 10 years and even come. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We love the song.
You guys in sync with each other. Is that starting to difficult to do, easy to do, or you just get into a rhythm?
Barry and I met years ago, playing clubs and all, and became fast friends. And we used to just stay up all night playing guitar together. And so we have.
The chemistry was pretty immediate, you know, in the late 70s. Joe had an old yellow Volkswagen van with, the no front and
the whole Ford band.
We used to sit there and play.
We were young guys, just enjoyed the guitar so much. So we've been doing it for a long time.
That is, what kind of guitar do you play, Joseph?
This one today is a Martin O, and Barry has this beautiful,
the big jumbo Martin
J40. That's a pretty rare guitar.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, it sounds
like a rare guy.
All right, so again, promote where we can get your Christmas albums.
Duology.us, duology.us. Now you don't have to put the www in front, I don't think, but
just right that was on the screen.
Yeah, we have 5 albums. 2 of them are Christmas albums. One is called Duology Christmas, and the second one is called There Is a Night That Lives Forever.
In fact, Joe's wife sings that, and if you want to have us back, we'll get Teresa on here and she can sing that.
Teresa would love to sing that song.
The title track.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I mean, let's do it next week. I think, after the week we've had just here.
Oh, the storm.
Just to hear that is really reassuring. So let's do it. We'll do it next week and bring the wife on, and we'll have another performance.
She'll be so excited. Yeah.
That'd be great.
All right. I will reach out. Barry, Joseph, again, thank you guys. It was beautiful. I appreciate your time. And we'll continue promoting you guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Joseph and Barry Coggins with their songs, again, duology.us. It's really cool to have that and kind of get into the good weekend mode with what they're playing right there. So well done. Thanks, guys. All right, come back. I'm really excited about this next segment. A good friend of mine who I think has the best franchise in local news. And franchise is something that I'll have him explain it, but it's maybe a certain theme that you have. And the information that our next guest gives on technology is at another level that nobody even comes close. So if you're looking for Christmas presents and latest technology, what's good, what's bad, apps that you might, I get so excited for it, apps that you might know that are out there that are really good or really bad, whatever, he'll have them for us. So it's a really cool segment. Jamey Tucker joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear, because nobody trashes Tennessee.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
Great job, guys. Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Let's bring in our next guest right now. I'm excited to have this young man on the show. Jamey Tucker joins us from What the Tech TV, the website whatthetech.tv. Jamey, good morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning, Joe. It's great to talk to you.
So good to see you, man. We worked together at Channel 2. We had so much fun years ago, and then we all went our separate ways, but I've kept up with you. And your segment now, What the Tech, brilliant. We'll talk about the TV part of all that. How did you start What the Tech?
I was standing in a snowy parking lot in Clarksville, and I thought, how many people really care about what I'm doing right now? It was there was a school had been canceled for the next day because of the weather, and I was standing in this parking lot, and I thought, as far as viewers who are actually affected by this are probably 100 that are actually watching. And I had already done some technology stories for Channel 2, and it dawned on me then that everybody has a smartphone. And granted, this was 10 years ago, so all of this was still brand new. I think we were still on the iPhone 4, so it was brand new. And I thought, everyone has a smartphone, everyone has a computer, everyone uses apps. Why not cover what is so important, what is maybe even most important to the largest group of viewers? And so I started this, and I went up to our general manager, and he said, go for it. And we started with 2 stations. It was kind of a side hustle when I was at Channel 2. And we started with 2 stations, and we're up to 16 now. I left Channel 2 in 2015 and have been doing this full time for the last 6.5 years. It's been great.
I love it. I mean, I really love it, and watching and seeing all the stuff for the apps, for the phones, things that I had no idea about. What do you? I know you go to Las Vegas, the big convention out there every year,
Yeah.
but technology, Jamey's changing literally every single day. Is it difficult to keep up with everything?
It is. It's very difficult. We can't cover, I'm one guy and I can't cover everything. So I don't tweet a lot because I'm working on the story for the day. But it's difficult because you've got so many stories about apps, shopping, how to keep your information private, how to stay away from scams. There is literally not just something new every day, but maybe 12 somethings new every day, and trying to stay on top of that requires a lot of research, a lot of reading, and hours and hours of either looking at email from some of these tech companies around the world, and just looking at tech websites, consumer websites, and just trying to stay ahead of everything.
I love it. I mean, here's you click on your website, whatthetech.tv, and a great thing about 31 insanely cool gifts and gadgets selling out in December. And I think a third of the apps on my phone are things that I saw you promote or talk about on your show. So this is really cool on the website here.
That's actually not mine, Joe. That's no, I didn't know that was up there. That must be an ad. There you go.
I clicked on it and it was.
Yeah, that you'll find a lot of things like that. I gave away projectors. I had 4 projectors from the folks at ViewSonic. We gave away a lot of this stuff. Yeah, is populated by Google. So those advertisements that you see, I'd love to take credit for that, but click on those.
I found it off your website, which is it's still so. It's you indirectly helped me there.
Yeah, well, I guess Google is reading those algorithms pretty well and putting the right kind of content up on my website. But if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see some of the stories in the bold and a little bit lower as you go. Those are some of the stories that I put together. Yeah, there you go.
You're so popular and so well demand, they just throw stories on your website.
That's funny. Yeah, but so even the ads are interesting on whatthetech.tv.
So is this one yours? Beware your Snoopy router. Is that you?
That is me. A lot of people are buying a lot of these Chinese knockoff security cameras, doorbells with cameras, and they're putting them on their, in their home, plugging them up, connecting them to their home network over Wi-Fi. Right. And a lot of the things are feeding back information. They are tracking you. Not only are they tracking you, but they are actually able, through your router, if you haven't changed your password, you haven't changed your username, those things can actually access every smart home gadget in your house.
Good Lord.
And so you really have to be careful when you're purchasing items that are knockoffs, because there's very little oversight on those. And so they could actually, by you putting together one of these, adding one of these cheap routers or the cheap, a cheap router or a cheap security camera and connecting it to your phone, to your home Wi-Fi, you could actually give them permission to access other security cameras, your doorbell, your thermostat, your garage door opener.
Nice.
They're able to do that. So it's very important. I tell people this all the time. It's very important to make sure you change the default username and default password, especially when you're talking about routers. Because if I wanted to find out, and the bad guys know that they can go online, they can go to any router manufacturer's website and look up and find the default username, which is usually username, the default password, which is usually password or admin, and they can access your Wi-Fi router. simply that way. And that happens quite frequently. I've actually seen videos. I've watched dozens of videos of people in their homes. Their security cameras have been accessed by the bad guys. They are streaming that content live on the dark web, so anyone can see these folks, and they control their nanny cams, their security cameras, their garage door openers, their lights, everything. You can see these people just reading the paper, having a cup of coffee, and their garage door opens. And it's from a bad guy who is accessing their Wi-Fi.
Why are you not the lead story on national news every night? I mean, that is crazy.
Why aren't I? That's a good question. Maybe but again, all of these things affect, 100% of TV viewers. 100%. If you have electricity or any battery powered device at all, a lot of these stories will affect you.
Let me ask you this. And you talk about apps on the phone too. Again, a bunch of apps I got from watching your segments. The TikTok world, it's 50-50. People love it. People hate it. Where do you stand on it?
TikTok is a lot of fun, but it is so dangerous. And as you know, around the country today, because of TikTok videos and a TikTok challenge, there is increased presence in schools all over the country because there was this TikTok challenge of calling in a bomb threat or a shooting threat to the schools so that students could get out of school for the day, take a day off. And that was a problem. And that is a problem today for law enforcement, for schools, for parents, for kids, because you don't know what's real or not. But these TikTok challenges of walking up and assaulting your teacher, slapping your teacher, so you can put it on TikTok, or run through a wall, or put a penny in the back of a outlet. Where I stand, I don't believe any social network is inherently bad. And maybe some of them are, but most of them are not inherently bad. It's the users. If Facebook can ban or remove posts that some people find offensive, TikTok should be able to have an algorithm that would almost immediately remove these challenges that pose a threat to an individual, to a school, to a city, to kids. But we've seen time and time again that TikTok does not take those steps to remove those things until well after the fact. And so
amazing.
I think TikTok needs to do more. And the question is, where is that algorithm? Who controls TikTok? We know it's a Chinese company, but the company really needs to do more because they're letting too many of these things be posted, be shared, be copied that affect non-TikTok users.
You had a segment one time, and I saw it, and I was watching, and made sure that my kids would have it. The Kick app, K-I-K.
Oh, yeah. How
bad that was. And Jamey, I had no idea about that app, how bad it was. So I got on my kids' phones and made sure they didn't have it, thankfully. But that's what your segments do. You bring light in a good way or a bad way to a certain subject that we need to know about. And I had no idea about the Kick app and all that was going on. So I never got to. So thank you for informing me of that.
Sure. Yeah. And it's funny because you see these apps become popular at one school, and then maybe a middle school, and it becomes really popular. And then it moves to another school or another district or another state. And then another app replaces it in that first school. And so these just go in waves. And, it is very difficult for law enforcement to be on top of this because it's so fluid. And an app that might be popular at Hendersonville High School today, 2 months from now, it's not so popular anymore, but they've moved on to something else. But that first app is now very popular at Mount Juliet or Blackman or Clarksville or a Memphis City school. So it just kind of goes in waves. It's fluid. It moves. But TikTok is here to stay. TikTok is here to stay.
I see your albums behind you. How many albums do you have?
During COVID, I counted those and actually played a new album every day. And I believe it's about 750 somewhere in that range.
We would all comment on the albums because it was really cool watching you roll through all these albums that a lot of us had like forgotten about, but then you brought it out and we remembered. So it was really cool.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite album from when you were growing up? It's hard to narrow it down, isn't it?
I love Foghat.
Oh yeah.
It's the first album my brother ever bought me in like 75 or 76. And I just, for some reason, that band and that group, and I can't take any of the songs they had. I just know Foghat was the one.
Well, I think I've got a Foghat, and you're right. I can't think of a song off the top of my head this morning, but
hey, because you know music so well, real quick, we saw the story about Bruce Springsteen selling his catalog for $500 million. A lot of people not happy with that. I think it's great. Why not?
Why not? You know, how old do you have to be before you decide to start selling your things? I mean, my cat's I have a hairless cat, and she's climbing all over the place. So, but you know, why not sell it? Why not? I mean, if somebody offers you $500 million for your work and you're, 80 years old, why not?
Do it. You know, for $500 million, you might be able to get a house in Hendersonville.
That's true. At least on the lake. Yeah, maybe on the lake.
Exactly. All right, Jamey Tucker, whatthetech.tv is the website.
There you go.
And I was going through it, all kind of great stuff. We're going to have you back. I want you on next week to talk about some cool Christmas gadgets and things that we have. And I'll get with you on that. But really cool. Thank you, brother.
Hey, it's great to see you, Joe. Good job with this.
Thank you so much. Jamey Tucker, whatthetech.tv. And again, go to the website. I mean, there are some fascinating things there. And I kicked myself. I should have had him on our show 2 months ago when we launched, but it's just so good, so informative, so many good things, apps that I had no idea about that were bad for kids. He let me know and then immediately make sure that my kids didn't have those. So really good. Thank you, Jamey. All right, we'll come back. You know what time it is, right? Celebrity birthdays. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. How was that? That fast part, the end felt rushed. I'm going to do it one more time, Claire. Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. Ooh, how was that? Claire, that sound about right? It felt good to me. She feels me. Nobody trashes Tennessee on my watch.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try. There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Cover your name, sir. You are right now.
Band's killing it this week. Good job, everybody. Again, thanks, Jamey Tucker, for joining us for What the Tech segment. Whatthetech.tv is where we can find Jamey and information, and we'll get Jamey on next week with some of the cool gadgets and apps for coming for Christmas and for 2022. Interns, you learn anything from the show today?
I did, yes. I have heard of that Kick app, and it's funny. It was popular when I was in high school, which was 80 years ago. So it's funny that there's controversy with it now, you know?
It is. So you learned something. Anything else you learned from the show? One of the things you learned today. Barry Coggins and Joseph really good on guitar. Did you learn that?
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. I would not hate to have that on more often. I learned once again Ben Jones is the GOAT.
Okay. All right, that's enough. We got what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. All right, so time for celebrity birthdays. This is kind of a practice round today for my man. All right, you ready for this?
I need it. Yep.
All right, from what's the name of that show he was on? Eugene Levy, up Schitt's Creek, that show that he was on. Eugene Levy's the dad. How old is he?
71.
75. He was also the car salesman in the original Vacation that Chevy Chase sold his car to, and he sold them the family truckster. So letting you know that right there. Actor Bill Pullman was in Independence Day. He was the president.
Oh, yeah. He's probably 76 today.
68.
Should have flipped those two.
You've had a bad week, buddy.
Horrible week, Joe.
Actress Sarah Paulson. She played Marcia Clark in the OJ Story. She's been in a bunch of things.
Marcia. Oh, yeah. She's in American Horror Story. Awesome.
Yes, that's her. Yep.
Let's do 41.
47. Actor Giovanni Ribisi. He was in Saving Private Ryan. I think he was Phoebe's Friends. He was the surrogate father or something.
Oh,
he's in Ben Affleck's movie Boiler Room.
Let's do 56.
47. Come on, man. Actress Mila Jovovich. She was in that Bruce Willis movie.
That one? The one that he did?
It was called.
He's a one-hit wonder, that one.
Yeah, that Bruce Willis guy.
Let's do, I'm going to get this one because I'm confident, 44.
46. Yeah! Good job, pal. You got one correct there. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, thanks.
Ernie Hudson, Ghostbusters. By the way, the new Ghostbusters with the kids, fantastic.
Is it really?
They incorporate a lot of the old stuff into this movie. Really well done.
I'm a huge Paul Rudd fan.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good in this.
Nice. Who was the person
Ernie Hudson, Ghostbusters.
68.
76.
Darn.
Former Hardball host Chris Matthews, who just screamed at the camera.
Oh, right. 63.
76.
Goodness gracious, man.
She lives here in Middle Tennessee, out in Hendersonville. Country singer Sharon White of the Whites. I think she's married to Ricky Skaggs.
Ricky Skaggs.
By the way, is the best musician to ever walk planet Earth.
Couldn't agree more. Let's say 81.
She's 68. You got to get one more before we get out of here. We're running over. Country singer Tracy Byrd.
54.
55.
Hey!
Well done. Weekend, intern and weekend. Intern, have a great weekend, brother. I'll see you back on Monday.
You too.
Thanks for all you do.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for everybody joining the show today for Barry Coggins and Joseph for the duology and this Christmas music, Jamey Tucker for all that. We'll put all those segments out on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Mornings on Main Street. You can see those. As we leave you every morning, go out this weekend, be nice to people. Last weekend before Christmas, a lot of shopping. So be nice, have a lot of patience, smile to people, let people in traffic, open doors. Remember, nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for charity. We always leave you with this. Remember, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you next week.